This is me, Dr. Ibrahim Shinnawi, welcoming you again to our second lecture in our course Modern Drama. I hope you are doing well, and I hope you do not have any difficulty either in this course or in the other courses. Now let's start together lecture number 2. Until now we finished the introductory lecture, and also we finished lecture number 1. Now we need to move to lecture number 2 in our course Modern Drama. We finished talking about Henrik Ibsen, and also we talked a little bit about George Bernard Shaw. Still we have here something to add about Bernard Shaw, and then moving to other important modern dramatists. The greatest among the modern dramatists was George Bernard Shaw. As you know, he is a great writer, a very important writer in English modern drama. He was born and brought up in Ireland, but at the age of 20 in 1876, he left Ireland for good and went to London to make his fortune. At first, he tried his hand at the novel, so he tried writing novel at the very beginning, but he did not get any encouragement. He was not encouraged to continue in writing novels. Then he began to take part in debates of all sorts and made his name as the greatest debater in England. Now he read Karl Marx, became a socialist, and in 1884 joined the Fabian Society, which was responsible for creating the British Labour Party. He was also a voracious reader and came under the influence of Samuel Butler, whom he described as the greatest writer of the later half of the 19th century. Shaw was especially impressed by Butler's dissatisfaction with the Darwinian theory of natural selection. Shaw came to believe in the force which Butler had described as the mysterious drive towards greater power over our circumstances and deeper understanding of nature. Shakespeare had described it as divinity that shapes our ends. Shaw termed in the life force. Two other dramatists who provoked the critical mind of Shaw during his formative period were Ibsen and Nietzsche. So these two writers affected greatly on George Bernard Shaw. So remember these two names who affected or had great influence on George Bernard Shaw: Ibsen and Nietzsche, who is a German philosopher. Ibsen, whose doctrine, Be Thyself, which was very much like Nietzsche's theory of the Superman who says yeah to life, gave a dramatic presentation of it by picturing in his plays the life of the middle-class people with relentless realism. In his plays, Ibsen had exposed sentimentality, romanticism, and hypocrisy. Now, moving to the next slide, he showed men and women in society as they really are, and this is very important. So when he depicted and showed men in society as they really are, and evoked the tragedy that may be inherent in ordinary humdrum life. Working under the influence of Butler, Nietzsche and Ibsen show who up to the age of 40 was mainly concerned in learning and propagating ideas, in debating and in persuading people to accept his views about society and morals. So he was greatly keen in persuading people to accept his views about society and morals, decided to bring the world around to his opinions through the medium of the theater. Now still we are with George Bernard Shaw. With that end in view, he studied the stage through and came out with his plays, which were theatrically perfect and bubbling with his irrepressible wit. The result was that he immediately attracted attention and became the most popular and influential dramatist of his time. Shaw wrote his plays with the deliberate purpose of propaganda. He himself said, "My reputation has been gained by my persistent struggle to force the public to reconsider its morals." He prepared the minds of the audience by written prefaces to his plays, which are far more convincing than the plays themselves. That is why his plays were morally successful when they were produced the second or third time, when the audience had read them in their published forms. Now, all the plays of Shaw deal with some problem concerning modern society. This is very important. You need to know that all the plays of George Bernard Shaw deal with some problem concerning modern society. In for example, in Woodward's House, he put the blame on society and not on the individual landlord for creating abuses of the right of property. Another example is his play in Getting Married. He showed the unnaturalness of the home life as at present constituted. Another example is his play, The Doctor Dilemma. He exposed the superstition that doctors are infallible. In John Bull's Other Island, the hero talks exactly like Shaw, and the Englishman represents the worst traits in English character. With that end in view, he studied the stage through and came out with his plays, which were theatrically perfect and bubbling with his irrepressible wit. The result was that he immediately attracted attention and became the most popular and influential dramatist of his time.